Welcome back to the Daily Stack. Today, it's September 10th, 2025. Disclaimer. This is entertainment, not financial advice. If you're taking trading cues from a YouTube show host, that's completely on you. I'm not your portfolio manager. I'm just the guy yelling about frog coins into a microphone. Today's headlines are stacked thicker than Vitalik's cardigan collection. Gemini is cozying up to the Nasdaq in a TradFi meets crypto bromance. Bitcoin and Ethereum are pumping like they just dry scooped pre-workout. WorldCoin is suddenly the prom queen after a corporate treasury play. Senate Democrats are rolling out a crypto rulebook that nobody asked for but everybody has to pretend to care about. Easy Group, the cheap flight people, just launched an app to help normies stack sats between boarding calls. Hackers tried to rug NPM and ended up looking like amateur magicians. And Uzbekistan, yes, Uzbekistan, is rolling out a CBDC pilot like it's trying to sit at the cool kids' lunch table. Let's stack it.
Yeah, started with a C phrase, locked it in the brain case, wallet on the chain, safe digital briefcase, bear market winners, cold nights, thin dinners, charts looking grim, but the spirit's still a winner.
Gemini and Nasdaq, a TradFi love story. The Winklevoss twins just might be smiling in stereo because Gemini just landed Nasdaq as more than a listing partner. Nasdaq is investing $50 million, joining forces on custody, staking, and collateral management, and helping Gemini aim for a $3 billion valuation. The ticker will be GEMI. This isn't Nasdaq saying, sure, we'll host your IPO. This is Nasdaq saying, we'll bring wine to the wedding, and we're moving into the guest room. It's TradFi showing up at the crypto rave in khakis, awkwardly dancing, but still there. If the IPO pumps, expect every exchange with a pulse to file for their own listing. If it flops, Twitter is going to drown in memes of the Winklevi crying in matching rowing blazers. Either way, this IPO will be a mood setter for how Wall Street plans to flirt with crypto exchanges. Well, let's kick things off with a market check-in. Bitcoin is flexing around $112,000. Ethereum is chilling near $4,395, and the top 100 coins are green. It's a green sea. Shorts are getting squeezed harder than a blockbuster stock in 2008. The traders are strutting like they just hit their first 10-bagger. The star of today's circus is WorldCoin. WLD is up more than 50% because a company called ACO just sold its own stock to buy WorldCoin. Yes, you heard that right. The MicroStrategy cosplay. This is MicroStrategy cosplay, but instead of Bitcoin, it's Sam Altman's eyeball token. And it worked. ACO's stock went up. WorldCoin went up. Narrative locked in. It's like watching your broke cousin pawn his Xbox to buy scratch-offs, then actually winning the jackpot. Suddenly, every corporate boardroom is wondering, should we sell office chairs to buy Pepe coin? Meanwhile, XRP grabbed a couple of percent. Solana climbed nearly 4%. Dogecoin wagged its tail. None of these moves are earth-shattering, but green is green, and traders love to see it. And then there's Layer Brett, the meme coin promising 40-50x upside. The pre-sale hype is frothier than a Starbucks latte. The energy is pure gym bro. Just one scoop of Layer Brett and you'll look like The Rock. Reality check, you're more likely to end up looking like the guy skipping leg day, talking about gains, but still borrowing money for gas. Retail eats this up though. The 50x story keeps the discords buzzing until 3 in the morning. If you've been in crypto long enough, you've seen this show before. Sometimes it prints, sometimes it rugs, but the memes are priceless either way. And Easy Group, the company behind EasyJet and Easy Hotel, just now entered the chat with EasyBitcoin.app. They just teamed up with Uphold to make it happen. Here's how it plays out. You're up at 3 in the morning booking a discount flight to Ibiza for $29. The app says, congratulations on your ticket. Want to buy some Bitcoin too? You tap yes, and then suddenly you own sats as well as a middle row seat in 32B. It's ridiculous, it's brilliant, it's exactly how adoption sneaks in. Easy Group already owns the budget traveler demographic, but now they're testing whether or not cheap flights and cheap sats go together. If the UX is smooth, don't be surprised when fly cheap, stack sats becomes a meme. And with regulation theater going on in Capitol Hill, Senate Democrats unveiled their 7-point crypto framework. They're talking consumer protection, transparency, and cracking down on illicit finance. It's basically Congress saying, you can play Fortnite, but only after the homework is done and the lawn is mowed. Also in the White House, a new crypto advisor, Patrick Witt, is calling the market structure bill a top priority. Politicians are pretending to care about your bags like it's your dad giving relationship advice after 3 divorces. Well-intentioned, but you're not taking notes. Still, attention means crypto isn't going away. The frameworks may clash, but just the fact that both sides of the aisle are fighting over crypto regulation is a signal that the asset class has graduated from weird internet money to a serious political issue. And let's check back in on that NPM hack from a couple days ago. The hackers tried to sneak wallet-draining malware into NPM packages like Chalk and Debug. For the non-coders, NPM is basically a grocery store for developers. You pick out what you need, throw it in the cart, and suddenly your app works better. Unless that package is booby-trapped, in which case you're suddenly donating ETH to a stranger named Crypto Bandit 007. Good news, this attack flopped harder than a low-effort meme coin. Few victims, minimal losses, but the warning stands. The next one might not miss. Uzbekistan joins the digital party. And now for the international wildcard. Uzbekistan. Yes, Uzbekistan. Their central bank just launched a CBDC pilot in Tashkent. They're working with local banks and merchants, rolling out QR code wallets and testing the waters. This is like your grandma suddenly learning how to trade NFTs. Nobody expected it, but here we are. Small scale, but symbolic. If Uzbekistan is testing digital rails, then the global shift is undeniable. It's not a question if governments will roll out CBDCs, it's a question of when, and how much surveillance is going to be baked into it. And that brings us to the tip of the day. If your app touches wallets, build in pre-trade checks, make sure the outboard address matches the whitelist. If it doesn't, stop cold. Otherwise, congratulations, you just funded some Discord mod with the username CryptoSlayer69. So make sure that you double check your receiving addresses. That's the big hang up. And in closing, that's the crypto today. Gemini's IPO flirting with Nasdaq like it's the hottest date on Wall Street. Bitcoin and Ethereum are flexing in beast mode, liquidating shorts left and right. WorldCoin is role-playing MicroStrategy and somehow getting away with it. Politicians are writing the frameworks that read like bad parenting manuals. Easy Group is testing whether or not cheap flights can sell you sats. Hackers tried to rug NPM and ended up tripping over their shoelaces. And Uzbekistan made CBDCs weirdly relevant. The market's green, the memes are plentiful, and your job is simple. Don't get wrecked. Only ever click the official hardware link in the episode description. Skip Discord promos, Twitter DMs, or meme giveaway hypes. Your keys remain sacred. So stack smart, stack daily, and I'll see you degens tomorrow.
Steps marathon, eyes on the prize, future bright like a paragon. Panic in the market, everybody yelling sell. But I'm buying dips, dodging sharks, can't you tell? 10 sats, 20 sats, stacking like a Lego set. Blocks on the chain, every piece, never hedge a bet.